Lake City, Utah. It's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Salt Lake City Elks taking on the Oklahoma City Lancers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today it's week 4 and we've got what should be a great one here between the Oklahoma City Lancers and the Salt Lake City Elks. Alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Salt Lake City ball club. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win,
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Well, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They'll drop the throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And on now is the punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they've built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
A 40-yard punt, no return. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. The numbers for him from a week ago. 15 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Ready.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Ragland, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
2nd and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a throw here, hauled in. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Elks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Looking to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They'll look to throw again. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the fourth down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Going with their tight end on fourth. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Five yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd and 5. He finds his man, complete. That's Johnston. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's caught. Touchdown from 4 yards out. And the Lancers are an extra point away from evening this one up. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Point after, right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Binds, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Javon Kinlaw. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Partner, you got to check this out, because while they rightly congregate around the guy who just made the play on field, take a look at the sideline, because they all went over to congratulate their punter, because they remember it was his kick. It set them up so close to the end zone and gave them an opportunity to get the safety that we just saw to add to their lead. That's teamwork right there. Full complementary football, and they got it done.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 25. To throw now on 1st down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Now they go screen. It's complete. Touchdown! An 11-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 9-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a dump off here complete, and he'll get nothing out of that one. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he...
Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lancers have cut it back within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now for the point after. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. So this drive spans 7 plays. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. First down now, but that clock rolling. He finds his man, complete. It's Johnston. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And they are just about ready to head to halftime with the Dolphins on top. 3 Tua Tagovailoa touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. There they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. He's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Here we go. Yeah, 95.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And just a yard to go here on second down. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 22 yards.
Route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Javon Kinlaw picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Up the middle they go. Ragland, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. So on 4th down, Kevin Stefanski trots out the field goal unit. This from 42 yards out. And his kick is indeed good, and they have regained the lead. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Back to throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll set up to throw. He's got Hooper on the short connection. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that well, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Ragley. And he'll take this down to the 33. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Ragley. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Brutal. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Elks have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
They'll look to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the ball.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Now this throw caught left side.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Ragland, and here he'll get it down to the 7. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lancers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 4. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try to run this one in. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
Well, and a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 6, and time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. They'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So now let's look at this situation with no timeouts remaining. The offense should be able to just run the clock out.
I know that's what it says on my time management chart up here. And I know a lot of teams are hiring a time management coach who's going to sit in the box, talk to the head coach. And in this situation, if you do anything but take a knee in victory formation, then you're not playing the game right. This game should be over. Take the knee, hold on to the ball.
By the way, so impressive that you do have a time management chart up here.
Listen, you know I can't count. So I need it in a big way, and we can't hire anyone to help us out. So hopefully I'm reading it correctly.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about him taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
Well, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for Salt Lake City, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.